The Shlumpedcast.
Welcome to the latest episode of the Shlumpedcast. I'm your host, Alexander the Vo. We are here today with Pookie Gerardo, Young Thug Mora.
Yes, Young Thug. Hey, yo, what it do?
And we're here
Slump
with
crew.
Kevin and his retarded Piplup.
Where's it at?
Penguino Puentes right there. And today we are going to do a Halloween kind of themed episode. We're going to do some scary shit for you guys today. When we brought this up to Pookie, to Sensei and Brandon, they both pussied out. So it's just us three, doing
y'all some puss.
It's just us three out here doing what we gotta do. Speaking of which, Sensei just got fired from Walmart.
Congratulations.
He said he's gonna go work for Sam's Club next. I don't know how that's gonna work out.
Goofy ass.
They both under the same franchise, aren't they?
Franchise
or team, like whatever.
Hungry ass.
What? The fuck does that have to do with it?
Anyway, we are gonna start off with Pookie. So we got some. We got haunted places. Pookie researched on. We got some haunted objects, items, and I got
the world's scariest places on Earth and the world's most cursed items on Earth.
I mean, I got 2 hauntings and paranormal phenomenon.
That doesn't count. You're fired.
No, it's just as scary. So today we're gonna start off with Gerardo Mora. Spooky season, guys. Spooky season.
So you already know.
Spooky season.
All right, go ahead.
I went ahead and looked up.
Boring. What's good?
I did. Damn, okay, why you had to do that?
I looked up a haunted fast food restaurant.
At number 10.
Every
Burger
time they
King foot lettuce markings.
I asked him for some fresh fries, and when it came to me in the bag, it was cold. It was like a ghost presence haunting over him.
Nick, I found out it was the freezer door open. Looking. No.
Go ahead.
Yeah, cut that out. Cut that out.
No, I ain't cutting that out. All right, go ahead.
Oh, fucking sore.
All right, so at number 1, this was actually the one I was telling you about. That just would seem random as hell. So I got a scenario first.
Five Nights at Freddy's?
Well, actually,
5 Nights of the Chuck E. Cheese haunting. Look in there.
So these are called the Shanghai Tunnels, and they were located in Portland, Oregon.
Stop making eye contact with me, motherfucker. Don't make me break up the haunted Mexican airport. Look in there.
La Llorona looking.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
All right, so around the 19th century.
Damn.
Okay,
there was chill. Stop looking at me like that.
What about the 19th century, bro?
All right, so there was an epicenter for these malpractices known as Shanghai Tunnels, which is basically human trafficking. That's basically what it is. It's a form of trafficking, but through tunnels underneath.
Underground Railroad,
and they take them on boats.
Silk Road
towards the east, East Asia on boats, and they work their whole lives over there. And
so where's it? Just through China, a big ass tunnel.
Basically, I mean, because there's a lot of harbors over there.
Through China,
how do you go? A lot of boat shipments and stuff like that. And we're talking about 19th century, so
1800s, yeah.
So you said 1800s?
Yeah.
Right.
You good?
Just making sure.
Oh, you trying to make? Do you think I'm dumb, huh?
Nah.
You think I'm stupid?
Well, anyway, all right. Picture the scenario.
I ain't dumb.
We all have our days when they're it's time to get a haircut.
Like that Piplup.
Yeah, everyone needs their fresh fade. So, you already have the whole day planned out. I'm gonna book my appointment. I'm finna show up, get faded up and stuff. Mm-hmm. So picture you walking into the barber. Ain't nobody in that barber shop. Well, hear me out.
Nah.
So yeah, you about to get your fresh cut. The barber's like, all right, what you need? I got you. And he starts cutting, and then all of a sudden you fall straight through to a tunnel, trap door, into a darkness, bottomless pit with other people.
The Shadow Realm? Is that what the Shadow Realm?
Where all the other men they trapped under there.
God damn it, Jeremy Lin.
Bro.
Danny Green.
They drugged them and starved them and stuff, and then they shipped them over to the boats I was telling you about. Okay. So
what?
Those tunnels were apparently the most...
Men or women?
Mainly men.
And
they would attract them to salons.
And what would they traffic them for? Like what, slave work or something? Or
that's what I just said. They force them to go do free labor on boats and stuff like that. So basically, kind of slavery in a way.
Basically,
it still happens today.
Stay woke. Hashtag stay woke. But yeah, so apparently those tunnels and wherever those tunnels led, there's like
Are they still active?
No, apparently they're not. But you never know.
How is this haunted?
So all the tunnels are haunted apparently from all the people who've died out there down there from starvation or people probably killing each other.
And what's the name of these tunnels again?
Shanghai Tunnels.
Shanghai Tunnels. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Shanghai Tunnels. Okay, well, that's cap. I think that's cap.
You think it's
keep going.
So basically, that was the one on my number one.
So what are the hauntings?
Yeah, what are the hauntings?
Yeah.
Or well, that's why I said it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard. Yeah, it's mainly ghost hauntings and specifically demon possession or stuff like that going on. Mm-hmm. So, I mean,
like Satan is going there.
They're saying it's just like very like haunted. You know, they see figures of ghosts of people who've died down there and stuff. You hear noises of people like crying and begging.
Oh, okay.
Stuff like that.
Just like an asylum.
Yeah.
I think you have an asylum.
What, people go down there to like tourists or just screw around or?
I mean, it is part of history. So people have discovered the tunnels and stuff. You know, they go down there and investigate. You know, see what's going on for history.
Like finding Bigfoot. You know.
Yeah. Bigfoot can be underground, so you know you have to make an excuse.
Okay.
You know, so yeah. But on to number 2.
Stay tuned on that Bigfoot thing.
So this was actually around the 1800s also, but this was in Philadelphia. So they were actually the first. Is that a city, right? Philadelphia City.
I'm not sure.
Yes, it is.
It is, right?
Yeah, that's where. What's it called? The British. Something.
Well, in that city of Philadelphia, they were the first system of the jail system to incorporate isolation.
What, like if they do something, then they get isolated? Is that what you mean? Or?
Yeah, solitary confinement.
So
you're placed in a cell away from everyone with nobody
No,
for like weeks or months, however much they leave you in there.
Forever, maybe.
And you know, as human creatures, we're social creatures in a way. May not be very social, but you're still social.
Anti-social.
You still watch other people play video games. You watch TV and shit. That's kind of other people. So, but now you don't get to do shit in there. But just think yourself to death, basically. So they were the first ones to do it. And imagine how bad it was back then, to where they didn't care if like they fed you and stuff. Yeah, they checked up on you at all, because that was the first time ever like starting up.
What are these prisons called?
They weren't really called. I mean, it was just another like jails that was implemented.
There's no name?
Not really.
No.
But it's famous though, because Al Capone was actually put in one when he was caught.
But there's no name for it.
They're not. No.
So what would you call this if I wanted to look it up?
Well, I mean, because it was implemented in a lot of jail systems though. You know what I'm saying? It's like another you know how they had death sentences and stuff, like electric chairs stuff.
Yeah.
When they first started doing that, other jail systems started doing it too. So that's what happened with solitary confinement. They saw it like as another option, so everybody else started doing it.
Not the cricket story.
The next one.
So yeah, on to number 3.
Loyalty.
We have from the U.S. of A. Myrtle's Plantation.
Myrtle's Plantation.
Yes, rumored to be built on the site of an ancient Indian burial ground.
Ooh.
Yeah, so you already know where this is going.
You trying to check it out?
No, I don't.
You trying to go check it out?
You mean Red Dead Redemption 2?
They actually do have links on how to get there, which we will share in the link down below.
Really? Oh, you're capping.
So apparently this is one of America's most haunted homes. It's dubbed as it. So yeah, apparently there's been 10 murders here at that plantation house.
Okay, you gonna go through all of them?
No. They're all pretty much similar.
Oh, okay.
Someone was just murdered, in a cold-fashioned way.
With what? How?
There was stranglings, rape, and then they, chop them up or something like that. It's gruesome.
Okay.
So what's the story?
So basically, from those slaves that were killed in that home, their soul now haunts the house. And that's 10 murders you're talking about.
Indian
Possibly even
slaves,
more.
Native American slaves.
So yeah, there's like all over. Well, not Indian slaves. It just says slaves.
Native American. Put some respect. Yeah. Native American.
Well, it was built on
Native
on
American.
their grounds
of Native American soul.
Oh yeah, the Native American souls in. So yeah, they would haunt the house, and it's well known as a haunted mirror, which supposedly holds the ghost of Sarah Woodruff and her children who previously lived in the house. Equally as spooky as apparition of William Winter, who was reportedly shot on the front porch. His ghost writhing in agony from the gunshot wound. Okay, so basically what it says here, for his ghost, the way it haunts, like you would hear him like withering, in pain and stuff from the gunshot wound when he got shot. And you can like apparently hear him like crawling all the way up to the stairs. And you hear him going all the way up, and then it just stops like that. That's
crazy. That's creepy.
Imagine like you just chilling in your house in the crib,
And you hear,
and you hear,
Yeah, that's me when I get back to the gym. I collapse to the ground.
Yeah, during the stretch workouts. So yeah, that'd be pretty scary.
Anything else? If I pulled up to that house right now, what would immerse your listeners into what would happen? They pulled up in that house. What kind of things you would hear?
You'd see some figures. You'd hear a lot of.
What about believing ghosts?
All right. What about any smells?
Well, then you get to see furniture flying all up in them.
Okay. Any smells?
Smells? I mean, I wouldn't think there would be any smells in an abandoned home like that.
Anything else? Immerse your viewers, listeners.
Did you not hear about the ghost that goes up the steps?
Anything else?
Wouldn't you be creeped out about that?
Just one ghost?
It's not just one. It's like other stuff that happens.
I know. Keep going. Immerse
not really.
Listeners.
You're just gonna see a bunch of what you typically see. You hear a lot of noises and like voices that speak out here and there, like whispers.
I don't need no architecture. 22 room. Whoa, how big is this house? Damn.
Yeah, it's a plantation.
That's a big ass house.
It's a plantation.
Spread over 2 floors.
So imagine that with a bunch of doors and everything. You're gonna hear a lot of crazy door slams.
A French baccarat crystal chandelier weighing over more than 300 pounds. And
How much is it worth? How much is it worth?
I don't freaking know. Original. It has a music room.
So you'll hear a lot of
gentleman parlors, a formal dining room, and a game room. Let's see.
This 19th century game room, not the same. Probably a lot of creepy toys and stuff like the wooden horse that starts creaking on its own, like
He moved his wife Elizabeth and their 5 children into the plantation from Pennsylvania. Upon his death, his widow continued running the plantation, and then she handed management to Clark Woodruff, one of Bradford's former law students who had married her daughter. Huh. That's interesting looking at. Elizabeth Bradford died 1831. They sold the plantation. Hold up. Woodruff sold the plantation, the land, and its slaves to Ruffin Gray Sterling. Sterling and his wife, Mary Catherine Cobb, undertook an extensive remodeling of the house, nearly doubling the size of the former building and filling the house with imported furniture from Europe. It was during that time that the name was changed to Myrtles. Sterling died. That's boring. Divided. Oh, it was just going into architecture. Crap. Here we go. The plantation house is rumored to be on top of an ancient burial ground. Yeah. It is currently a bed and breakfast and offers historical mystery tours. Oh, hell no. Would you go to that?
Historical tours?
Touted as one of America's most haunted homes, the plantation is supposedly the home of at least 12 ghosts. It is often reported that 10 murders occurred in the house, but historical records only indicate the murder of William Winter. He was interred. He was shot by a stranger. After being shot, staggered inside, like what you said, he tried to climb up the stairs.
He'd go all the way to the specifically 17th stair and then disappear.
To present day, visitors as well as employees in the hotel still hear his dying footsteps.
So imagine, like I said, you just watching Netflix with your girl, and then you just hear. I'm
sure you guys.
Like I say, really, because there's like a lot of undocumented people that were killed. So it's not really you can go like, oh,
so
how
it's
did he
alleged,
get
I
murdered?
guess. But there's one.
It's a legend.
It's one that died for sure.
Yeah, the guy who got shot straight up in the face.
Yeah. All right.
Yup.
Continue onward.
All right, so last one on my list, because all the other ones I kept looking at, they're really about pretty much the same as the one for the Myrtle Beach plantation. A lot of undocumented people, you know.
All right. Anything else?
That's about it on my list.
All right. Go ahead, Mr. Puentes.
I'm going next. I thought you were going next.
Yes, sir.
No, you're going next. I only got 3, so.
All right. So my things are the most haunted objects on Earth. Well, not the most, but
Yeah, the most
they're
is
haunted. No, I didn't say most. I said they're just haunted. I'm not saying
cursed,
that's the scariest or cursed.
paranormal, or
Yeah. So it's called the Dybbuk box.
Dybbuk box.
Dybbuk box. It's Jewish folklore. According to Jewish folklore, the Dybbuk is a dark spirit that takes over the bodies of living people and uses them for evil. Legend has it that a how you say it again?
Dybbuk box.
Dybbuk can be trapped inside of a box and prevented from causing mischief, unless the box is open. So if you open it, shit will happen to you.
Dybbuk is a restless, usually malicious spirit believed to be able to haunt
Possessed
and
by a
possess.
demon.
Yeah. The box is possessed by a demon.
Yeah. So you saying a demon controlling that mode?
Yeah, or a demon's
Or-
in it, inside
yeah.
of it, or it is a demon.
When the box ain't it, that sounds kind of it's being possessed. Put it like that.
And it was inspired by a movie in 2012 called The Possession. You can look it up, and it'll be just like it.
Post Malone.
I've never seen the movie, but
Yeah.
The Possession.
He mentioned this on Post Malone.
Yeah.
I watched that Joe Rogan episode a couple months ago. He had Post Malone. That episode was really good. But anyway, he said he went to the museum where they had the Dybbuk box, and all he did was tap the glass. And then he said he almost got into a car crash. Or let me see if I can find it. Yeah, he was involved in the plane emergency, where a private jet blew out on the runway. His house was broken in by somebody with a gun. He was involved in a car crash.
Sheesh.
Yeah, Post Malone.
He said it. If you watch that Joe Rogan episode, he said himself. He said all he did. He went to
You said it on the Ghost
Haunted Museum. Yeah,
Adventures.
that I guess that too.
Yeah.
He went to visit it on Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, and where they had the Dybbuk box. There's even a video of it.
I think he's still suffering from the consequences.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Yeah.
Dang, so you just touched the glass? That's
Like the glass that's protecting it. That's all he did.
oh, hey. That's messed up. That's false. They played you.
But what sort of things would happen to you?
Just like you touched on.
So in that
Just
case,
things
he got
that,
bad
you know,
luck.
close
Just bad
death.
luck?
Yeah,
Close death experience.
yeah. Like
That's just him touching the glass. Just
Yeah.
imagine.
opening that thing. Probably go inside you. You probably have a demon inside you.
Why would you? Shit.
You probably start doing weird things with your body. Start
Too many
saying
weird things. To me, you start going to gay strip clubs.
no. Oh, we don't say that here.
I
We don't
mean,
wanna
strip
offend
Today's
clubs.
National Coming Out Day. All right.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Anything else?
Just that someone auctioned it on eBay in 2001, and a man who claimed it was a survivor of the Holocaust. And
Kind of
he
sketch,
was
don't you think?
Yeah.
That's kind of sketchy. The only survivor of the Holocaust.
Well, not the only one, but it was a
Well, what do you do after you buy the box off of
because
eBay?
you know Jewish. It's a Jewish thing.
It's a Jewish wine.
Yeah.
wine
Y'all
box,
remember
whatever.
that video we saw about how that supposedly that
Supposedly
witchcraft
I
and
don't
stuff is real with that guy?
Well, what
Y'all
that
showing
as
you
soon
through
as
all
that
the
dude
place?
bought it off of eBay, then what?
He said he reportedly encountered strange activity occurring when the box was around, including horrific nightmares. So just Same thing. Bad stuff happening to him.
Okay.
Around
And then he got rid of it.
Yeah. He's not owning it anymore. Now it's in a
Yeah, it's in the museum.
museum.
All right.
So now that museum is screwed. All little kids that be touching the glass.
I don't know even how they.
I think with those kinds of museums, before they let you in, they usually have like some kind of pastor or something or whatever.
You sure?
They'll throw like water at you, like
They'll I think before they let you in, they'll pray or whatever.
Do you think that makes me feel good?
Shoot,
I threw a prayer your way. You straight, bro.
I'm getting body armor.
Go ahead, hug the glass. Hug the glass. I'm like, what?
Anyway, next one.
This one. Well, I have 2 dolls. You can guess the other one. It's pretty easy. But this one is called.
Name the less known one.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
This one is Robert the Doll. It's a boy. Robert the Doll. The life-size straw doll had been a birthday present for someone named Robert Eugene Otto, or Gene, as his family called. And the young boy loved it. That doll. It looks, like
Is he a sailor?
Thing.
Is he supposed to be like a sailor?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like dressed in a sailor suit.
So what's the story behind the doll?
I don't know. It looked pretty cool for the Slumcast. We might have to copy.
The story is that the Ottos, which is the
Ottos,
Ottos, and their servants would often hear the boy who owned the doll. He would hear things in the bedroom, like having conversations with himself, and in 2 different voices. So they thought he was just talking to himself, but the doll was actually talking to him too. And on many occasions, the family was awakened in the middle of the night by Gene's screams, only to find the frightened boy in bed, surrounded by overturned furniture and scattered toys. So I think the toy was just doing stuff like that.
Gene is Eugene.
I think the boy.
Gene is the boy that.
Yeah, Eugene.
I think the boy that had the dolls faking this.
Yeah, and he claimed that it was the doll, Robert, who was messing up his room every time they come in there.
Man, I'd have to box him, bro. You ain't gonna flip my stuff I bought. Worked hard.
Yeah, they didn't believe. His parents didn't believe that.
The first hint that something was out of the ordinary was happening. Ghostandgravestones.com. The first out of the ordinary was when Gene woke up to find Robert the doll sitting at the end of his bed staring at him. Oh, fuck no.
Yeah.
She wanted Gene to lock up the doll in the attic. Gene conceded, as no one could imagine, so he was up in the attic. People that came to the home would hear footsteps in the attic and sounds of someone pacing back and forth and devilish giggling. Neighborhood children reported seeing Robert watching them from the window upstairs in the bedroom, and told accounts the doll actually mocking them as they walked to school. When Gene heard this, he immediately went to investigate, knowing that he had locked the Robert to the doll sitting in the attic. Complete shock, he was in the rocking chair. Gene locked him back up in the attic.
Mm-hmm.
Several times, each time discovering that he was sitting by the window in the same upstairs bedroom.
Yeah.
Bro,
after he died, they sold the house to someone named Myrtle. Same person I think you talked about.
Oh, but that was the plantation.
Hold on, I made that unclear. Hold up. Yeah. He locked him up in the attic, right? And then when he went to investigate, he was in the bedroom, not in the attic. So every time he was in the bedroom, he brought him back up to the attic, locked him up, and then he would find him again in that bedroom, sitting in that rocking chair.
Yeah.
And then
I was saying that after he died, his wife died 2 years later.
Yeah.
So they sold the house to someone named Myrtle, who owned it for the next 2 decades. And they say those who passed the house always saw Robert looking at the second floor window. Today's Gene's former residence operates as a bed and breakfast called the Artist House, and visitors can even stay in the old turret home.
So is Robert still there?
No, he's not there no more.
Oh, he's like in a museum or something.
Yeah, I think he is. Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
He's
not there no more. Yeah, he's not there.
He's currently in the East Martello Museum.
Yeah.
Locked
away in a glass box.
Staff members report that Robert's facial expressions changes, hearing demonic giggling, and have even seen Robert put his hand up to the glass. And people also say supposedly it came from Gene Otto, the evil in Robert. Gene's parents, this woman was supposedly mistreated by her bosses, and to punish him, it is believed that she cursed the doll with voodoo and black magic that may explain mysterious and frightening experiences.
Sheesh.
When the owners died, no one really knows. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, you saw the picture I put up earlier, Pookie.
Yeah,
Pretty.
That's creepy.
It has like a silver suit on.
If I see that at the window every time, even though I know I left you over there.
Yeah.
But he's not there anymore. He's in the museum and locked in the box.
A moving doll.
Yeah. And it is said that curses will befall those who take photographs of Robert without asking his permission first.
I'm on Google Images now. All these motherfuckers are cursed. Look at this motherfucker. He took a whole ass selfie.
Yeah,
all these motherfuckers are cursed.
Ask permission first to
From who? Robert?
Yeah.
Look at this lady. This lady's holding him. All these motherfuckers are cursed.
Yeah. Curses will happen. I guess happening.
Oh hell no! I might get cursed. All right, that's enough of that. Can I put you on the thumbnail next to Robert the doll? Right. Anyway,
next one.
Who's the top dog here?
Do it. You got another one before that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Do that.
This one's the painting. Remember I told you about?
Go ahead. What's it called?
It's called "The Hands Resist 'Em." Painting of Bill Stoneham. The Hands Resist 'Em. Painting of Bill Stoneham.
No lie, I kind of like this painting.
Yeah, it's a good painting.
What was that?
What's the story behind it? Go ahead.
Okay. So Stoneham's father was in advertising and did a lot of traveling. His family, Stoneham's father. So
he painted the kid.
No.
Who are you talking about? Stan who?
Stonehams.
Stonehams,
yeah.
That's a name?
Yeah.
Okay.
Painting of Bill Stoneham. That's the guy in the picture.
Okay. The kid, yeah.
Yeah, the kid. So yeah, I was saying Stoneham's father was in advertising and did a lot of traveling. His family was staying at his grandmother's apartment in Chicago to save money. The place was so small that Bill had to sleep on a mat in a closet filled with coats and dresses. He regularly played with a little girl from the neighborhood, and one day, his parents had both kids pose in front of a glass door for a photo. 2 decades later, Stoneham would turn the ordinary photograph into a terrifying painting that has become the stuff of internet legend. So that photograph is.
What makes it creepy?
Yeah.
I mean, what's? All right, keep going. My fault. Keep going.
So yeah, in 1972, Bill's first wife, Bill Stoneham. That's the guy. Same guy. His name is Bill. Rohan wrote a poem called "Hands Resist 'Em." It was about Bill's experience of being adopted and never knowing his biological siblings. At the time, the couple lived in California, and Bill was under contract with art gallery to produce 2 paintings each month for a fee of $200 each. He used his wife's poem and the old photo of himself with the neighbor girl as inspiration. And then he called it the painting that you see now, that painting, he calls it "The Hands Resist 'Em." Then let me just start with the stuff that happens. Yeah. Things got strange between 1978 and 1984. 3 of the men closest to the painting died.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Well, maybe I do have to go back. Let me read this.
Bruh, come on, kid.
At the show, the painting was purchased by an actor, John Marley, most famous for his role as the movie producer in The Godfather. You know him, John Marley? Yeah, him. I think I know him too. Pretty sure. Who wakes up with a severed horse head in his bed. The gallery show also led to the painting's
Severe
first
or severed?
Severed.
Oh.
Severed. Some critique called name Henry Seldis. That's the name you wanted to know. Reviewed the thing, the painting, and then I was saying between 1978 and 1984, 3 of the men closest to the painting died. Seldis in 1978, Feingarten in 1981, and Marley in 1984. I guess they were doing something to the painting. I guess.
You mean critiquing it, like saying bad stuff about it?
Yeah, they were.
I mean, I don't see no correlation. One died with it.
One died in 1978, another one died in 1981, and the last one died in 1984.
So there's like 2-year difference, and then the last one's what, 3?
3 years, yeah. The painting disappeared from the public view after Marley's death, and it would be another 26 years before Bill Stoneham heard about his painting again.
Dang.
So the painting disappeared after Marley died. Somehow. He would later find out that it had been abandoned behind a California brewery that was turned into an art space. In 2000, the painting resurfaced in a listing on eBay. The family selling it had a chilling story to tell.
Yeah, or the couple. Yeah, they said the characters in the paintings would move at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put it up on eBay again with the disclaimer.
Hold up, I'll read that whole eBay thing. Okay. Anything else you want to add? Some claim that the children who saw the painting ran away screaming, while others were said to be touched by an invisible force. Even those who saw the painting online report they started feeling sick and nauseated. Here you go, Pookie.
Chill.
Shit. Yeah. Apparently a museum bought it for like $1,000.
Yeah, $1,000. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's a description of the painting. When we received this painting, we thought it was really good art. A picker had found it abandoned behind an old brewery. At the time, we wondered a little why a seemingly perfectly fine painting would be discarded like that. Today, we don't. One morning, our 4.5-year-old daughter claimed that the children in the picture were fighting and coming into the room during the night. Now, I don't believe in UFOs or Elvis being alive, but my husband was alarmed. To my amusement, he set up a motion-triggered camera during the nights. After 3 nights, there were pictures. The last 2 pictures shown are from that stakeout. After seeing the boy seemingly exit the painting under threat, we decided the painting had to go. Please judge for yourself. Before you do, please read the following warning and disclaimer. Warning, do not bid on this painting if you are susceptible to stress related to disease, faint, or heart, or are unfamiliar with supernatural events. By bidding on this painting, you agree to release the owners of all liability in relation to the sale or any events happening in a sale, value art, just a whole ass disclaimer. Now we got that out of the way. One question to you eBayers. We want our house to be blessed after the painting is gone. Does anybody know who is qualified to do that? The size of the painting is 24 by 36 inches, so it is rather large, as I have several questions in the following answer. There was no odor left behind in the room, no voices, no or smell of gunpowder, footprints, strange fluids, I encourage you to bid on the artwork and consider the last 2 photographs as pure entertainment.
People, they're trying to sell that thing.
Look it up to see where it is at now.
It's in Michigan.
Grand Rapids,
Alex,
Michigan.
I ain't watching that.
The painting was later purchased by Grand Rapids, Michigan. Yeah. It's in an art gallery for $1,000, supposedly.
They're trying people trying to get like a deal out of it. Like,
Bill Stoneham was even surprised. The haunting story surprised him. He also painted sequels called Resistance at the Threshold and Threshold Revolution.
Yeah. He still wants to see it, though. The guy that painted it.
He still wants it?
He still wants to see it, yeah, but...
Alright, that's enough of that. I'm done looking at this fucking painting. Let me clear my internet history, too. Alright, anything else?
Bless your history.
That's all. It's just that...
All right.
Painting.
The next one.
The last one. Your favorite girl.
Barbie.
No.
Looking.
It's Annabelle. Yay! Yeah, Annabelle
Damn.
made a movie out of it, but that's not actually the movie.
Annabelle
It's
got-
Or that's not what the doll looks
And
like.
Annabelle got
It's just a
banked.
doll. Look at the doll. It looks like
No, not that one. It looks like this. Yeah.
smile.
That's the doll.
That's the doll. Annabelle.
It's currently in this little glass case. Anyway, what's the
So
story
the
behind
story
it?
about it. So yeah, the doll's name comes from the alleged girl who possesses it, which is Annabelle, supposedly. In the early 1970s, a young college student named Donna gave the doll to Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Ed and Lorraine Warren, yeah.
Yeah.
Notorious paranormal investigators.
Yeah.
Also known for, I'll go into it later, but they're well known in the paranormal
investigators.
activities,
Yeah.
or in the community.
Yeah. So Donna received the doll as a gift from her mother, who purchased it in an antique shop. Over time, Donna and her roommate noticed that the doll had a tendency to move, be it from locations throughout the apartment or positions upright,
Hey.
legs crossed, etc., etc.
Nope. Throwing it away.
Yeah.
That
Then-
baby Yoda you got in your house?
Chill.
Donna would find notes reading help in the apartment, and one night even came home to Annabelle repositioned and covered in red substance. I don't know. I don't think it was blood. Maybe.
Probably grape jelly, strawberry.
So that's when she
Yummy.
decided to contact a medium.
Spiritual medium specials.
The medium, which is the spiritual thing, told the girls that the doll was inhabited by the spirit of someone who was killed in their building. So someone died.
If
in
it
the
shows
building.
that doll.
From what I've known, Annabelle was given to a nursing student, gave it to a patient.
And the story goes that Annabelle attacked and killed Lou when he got up to investigate noises while hanging out in the girl's apartment one night. So supposedly the doll killed. Then the girls contacted the Warrens via a priest who decided the doll contained a demon straight from hell. And when an exorcism failed to do the trick, the Warrens agreed to move the doll to a secure location.
The Warrens, yeah, while they were trying to, they avoided the highway.
They're like, "Fuck that! We're just sending you to."
At some point, he had to sprinkle the Annabelle doll with Ed Warren. He had to sprinkle the Annabelle doll with holy water to calm it down.
Yeah.
And what happened?
All the stuff in the movie is inspired by it, but it's mostly made up and shit.
So like shit like that didn't happen.
In the
Yeah,
movie,
they agreed
yeah.
to move the doll to a secure location, so it doesn't do.
That's how bad things got with
Yeah.
the doll. Like, what was he doing though? Like, you said killed someone, but we don't know how.
What I'm looking at, I don't see anything, but yeah, he said the doll would move. Yeah, leaking blood. Yeah, male friend was taking a nap and woke up with the doll staring at him as he felt like he was being strangled.
Yeah, supposedly, he was.
There were deep scratch wounds on his upper body.
Supposedly, I think it was a dream or something. He said it was a dream that the doll was like crawling up to him when he was sleeping. It was just like walking through his body, and then I don't know where he was just right.
The spirit related, the spirit in the doll is called Annabelle Higgins. Resided in the apartments before she died at age 7. She told the medium that she wanted to stay with them and be loved.
Yeah.
The roommates gave Annabelle permission to inhabit the doll. All right, so they talked to the spiritual medium. They were like, okay, you can stay in the doll, but things got worse. In fact, is not being possessed, but manipulated by an inhuman presence. That's what
Demon.
the Warren said. Truly, the spirit was not looking to stay attached to the doll. It was looking to possess the human host.
So like Chucky.
Bruh.
Chucky's always looking to find a human possessed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. Anything else?
So he got trapped in there, basically.
Where's Annabelle now?
In the museum in Connecticut. The little thing.
There you go. Don't tap on that glass either.
Don't even look at that,
What
bro.
do you mean? Shane did it.
And guess what? He's no longer on YouTube right now. Looking.
He got canceled.
Nice.
He got canceled, cuz.
Anyway, on to my part. I have 3 things. One's more of a phenomenon. The other 2 is actual hauntings. 2 paranormal events, or 1 paranormal and actual haunting. Okay, first one. I heard this when I was younger. It's called Belmy's Faces. It was in Spain, in a house in Spain, located at the
Pereira
home.
I'm pretty sure I heard of it. Yeah.
Basically, in 1971 of August 23rd, Maria Gomez Camara claimed a human face appeared in her kitchen floor. Her husband Juan and her son Miguel went to destroy the floor with a pickaxe and then placed new concrete on it. However, a new face continued to form on the floor and would continue doing so for the next 30 years, containing faces both male and female.
What the? In the floor?
And supposedly recently there were new faces or whatever, just faces appearing on the floor. I think people, investigators, they did research on it or some crap on the material. Basically, some people believe it's fake.
Okay.
They believe it's fabricated, basically. But yeah, other than that, just faces appearing on the floor.
Like just our face, like would just be sitting.
Like a human face, or would appear to be like
this
human.
face, like
Yeah.
Really, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Nobody died or none. All right, on to the horror.
Okay.
On to the. I mean, that's still pretty scary. I mean, if one popped up in your kitchen right now, what would you do?
Shoot, I'm a glock.
I ain't finna keep fixing this floor, man.
Shoot, I'm gonna just put a blanket over it.
When it starts peeing on the rug too, on the blanket.
Anyway, so these 2 are pretty well known. We have the Amityville horror. And then it would get a movie adaptation, whatever. Outside of New York City, in a town of Amityville. I don't know. On November 13th, 1974, Ronald J. Defoe Jr. murdered his family, which included his parents and 4 siblings. 13 months later, the Lutz family moved in the $80,000 home, but only lasted 28 days before leaving. So they said, fuck that shit, we out of here.
Same way.
Paranormal activity such as Lutz waking up at 3:15 a.m., very specific, every morning where Ron carried out the murders. They smelled strange odors, saw green slime oozing out of the walls and holes, and experienced cold spots. George waking up to his wife levitating, and a pig-like creature staring at them at the window. When the family took a lie detector test, they tested that they indeed passed. People speculated that the story was fake because they just want a movie deal or whatever. Sounds believable, I guess. And I mean, lie detector tests. I mean, I know most people think they sound legit and all, but not all of them are like, trustworthy. You know what I mean?
They be rigged.
It's not that they're rigged, and it's not accurate. You know what I mean? It takes. You can't put faith on it 100% of the time. The murderer Ron, supposedly he's still alive and claims he heard voices to kill his family. However, he has changed his story many times. So who the fuck knows?
Really? So another I don't know type of thing.
Yep, pretty much.
Smells like Cap to me.
Smells like underrated, overrated. Next up,
could be Cap, could be a cat. You want to go? I think
Cap.
I think they changed the address of the house or some shit like that. I
think this answers your question.
Anyway, we have the Perron family haunting. This pretty well known too. It would also inspire the movie The Conjuring. Roger and Carolyn Perron moved with their 5 daughters into the Arnold estate in Harrisville, Rhode Island. The house had 10 bedrooms throughout the 200-acre acres
rich asses
of land. Yeah, it's apparently their dream home or whatever. Paranormal activity included the girl seeing a young boy around the house, the broom moving on its own.
Ooh, the broom.
Yeah, the broom.
The broom.
Man with a crooked smile would appear in the girl's room. Also, beds levitating or furniture sliding on its own. The story behind it is supposedly 8 generations lived in the estate before the Perrons. Mrs. John Arnold, I guess she was first or second generation that lived in the house or whatever, hung herself in the barn. Prudence Arnold was raped and murdered by the farmhand, and Johnny hung himself in the attic, and many other deaths. So there's just a lot of people dying in that house. One spirit gave the family a problem, and her name was Bathsheba. Her story was she was basically a Satanist who was charged with the murder of a child. So that ghost was the one giving them problems. The other ones, like, they just dealt with it, but then that one ghost, that one spirit, that was the one that was giving them a lot of trouble. And at one point, they went to Ed and Lorraine Warren, like you mentioned earlier with the Annabelle doll.
Yeah.
And they got them to cleanse the house. But unlike the movie adaptation, the movie made it seem like, they cleanse the spirit, happy ending. In real life, them being there and them fucking around with ghosts made the spirits more active. And they basically kicked Ed and Lorraine out of the house. And said, all right, you guys get the fuck out of the house because, you're just fucking the spirits up.
Making it worse.
And the worst part was they remained in the house for 10 years because they didn't have the money to move out of the house. And then moved out in 1980.
Bet you she got really old.
10 years with that. Oh my God.
Probably got old real quick. Like, fucking door opens randomly and was like, oh.
He's being a dick at that point. Really? Really? Really?
10 years with that though. That must be.
The Bathsheba supposedly, like, she grabbed a needle or whatever and stabbed one of them in the leg or whatever and stuff like that. Yeah, it was serious. Like, it got to the point where they were getting hurt and whatever. But they lived there for 10 years. I cannot imagine. They must have gone insane or whatever.
I'm taking a shower and I just feel someone just from the other side of the curtain. Hey, yo.
Fucking nuts. But yeah, that's it on our Halloween related episode. Maybe we'll do another one for this month.
Spooky, scary.
Oh, what's the little do? Oh.
Anything else you want to say, Pookie?
This has been a Shlumptober month. Shout out to the Shlumpcast. Like we said earlier, our boy Brandon, the Slump God, and Saint, the crazy little rice rapper.
Yeah, they were scared.
Yeah, they pissed themselves. They scared. So they some pussies. But, yeah. Kevin, you have anything else to add on to that?
Let's get the grind on.
Okay, 2K grind.
We've been active.
I don't know what it is yet by this recording, but let's see if we can squeeze in another Halloween related episode this month.
And a skit, maybe, possibly.
What do you mean? We're doing one at the end of the month, aren't we?
We'll figure it out. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful spooky season. You know what I'm saying? It's Halloween is where Michael Myers comes out and the demons come out. A lot.
Michael Jackson comes out.
Michael Jackson comes out.
Thriller.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody have a good night. And Pookie's been working out. I'm sure you guys could tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
No cap. Or cat. Okay,
Let us know down in the description below.
We'll see you guys later.
No cap.
No contest.
Bye.